Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time for the manufactured series on Gran Turismo Sport. Now, looks like we're on round 13 and we'll be racing Autodrome Lago Maggiore Grand Prix Reverse for 8 laps. And we'll be using Group 3 for today. So, this is going to get everything. We'll be ready to take the competition. We might get started. So, everything might get well adjusted balance. And then this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to get started for 8-lap challenge. So just gonna be able to make sure to take a lot of practice. So if you really wanted to see some more videos, so please leave a subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a like and comment and bell for notification uploads before this race will begin. So this is going to be able to get started, because this is going to be able to take the method ways we might be prepared to get started for. So I hope that this is going to be very perfectly, that this is going to be able to take the reverse course layout. We might be able to take the challenge. We might begin. So grab your favorite Group 3 car with a custom library, and now this is going to get everything. We'll be ready to get started. So this is going to be able to take the 8-minute practice time that this is going to be able to get started for. So even that this is going to be very tougher to get, so just going to be able to do proper ways. And now looks like this is going to be able to take the cloudy condition with a fog theme on it. So this is going to get very foggy around on the track, that this is going to get everything will be prepared. So this is definitely might be very perfect to be able to have a rain condition, that this might wait anytime soon. So maybe this is definitely might be able to work out perfectly, that this is going to be able to take plenty of skills. So look like racing on the reverse course layout is going to get everything a little bit precisely. We might get everything will be started out for. Now, even that this is going to be able to make sure, because this is going to get very tougher on the wrist, that this is going to be able to take the concentration. We might get everything in. So let's just going to have a better, clean, fair race, that this is definitely might needs to do proper ways to get. So even that this is going to get much possible to be able to get in, and even the challenges that this will be made, that if we can probably able to do a successful race, that this is going to get everything will be ready to go in. So let's just going to take one good basic turn of the lap, that this is going to get very advanced, that this is going to get everything well properly, that this will might get everything started. Alright, let's just going to take this very nice and steady, and then this is going to get everything a little bit harder. So the record goal that we just definitely took, so looks like this is going to be able to take 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the time, that this is going to get everything. We'll be prepared for this tough challenge, that this is going to have to take the most fastest lap will be able to be made, but it's going to get quicker and but this is going to have to take a lot of harder turns, that this is going to be able to take the pressure ways, that this is going to be able to go in. Alright, now let's just going to get everything well suited for, and then this is going to be able to take that turn. So it's going to get everything a little bit quicker to be able to get. Now, let's just going to be able to take that 90-degree right angle turn. Is going to be able to take that as the final turn, and then this is definitely might be prepared for one good hot lap challenge. We might begin to be able to get started. So this is definitely might be able to take the upper terrain at the turn. So just going to be able to make sure don't let it loose. But this is definitely might be getting a little bit hard to affect, while the opponents are definitely might be able to take the chance we might go in. So just going to be able to be very careful on the upper hill turn. Is going to be able to going on the right. So precisely as same as before, like the forward course, just going to be able to go left, because this is going to get very tougher to be able to get everything we need, including the cloudy weather condition as well, because this is going to get very tougher to be able to get everything precisely, to be very careful as much as we can. So let's just going to be able to take that turn, and then this is going to be able to going in. Alright, still trying to be able to reach up for the one attempted achievable goal, and now this is going to get everything we'll be ready to get started for. But this is going to get very challenging, that we might be able to deal for. So approaching in after the 400 meter straight, just going to be able to take a little bit more harder turns to be able to get. So be sure that flow of the apex will help you to be able to get everything well achievable, that this is going to be able to take one good perfect clean lap, that this is going to be able to get improved. So while taking on that hairpin turn is going to be able to going in by the approach. So different ways like in the forward course layout, but this is definitely might be pretty good to get. Now, let's just gonna have to make sure that this is gonna get a little bit challenging to be able to get everything in. Okay, just gonna have to take a few of the inside turns. It's gonna get quicker to get. Now, approaching in at the last turn, because the small hairpin is definitely might be pretty challenging. So, before you're about to be able to take the 90-degree angle on the right, just gonna go for it. If you have enough speed, this is going to be able to take the risk. We might get everything we'll be prepared for. So consider this by default rush time that this is going to be able to take 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Still trying to be able to beat the best time limit that this is definitely might be previous put during the time trial practice, that this is going to get everything will be ready to go. Alright, just going to make sure that this is going to be able to have racing hard tires for this race. So this is going to be able to do perfectly what we might have, and then just going to have to take a lot of focus that this is going to be able to keep it up on it. Alright, this is going to be able to take a lot of pressure on the turn, and then just going to be able to land it on the apex if possible whenever there's any issue going on for taking a one good clean turn, if we have to be able to do successful ways to achieve it. Okay. Going up on the 400-meter run, and then this is going to be able to get quicker to get. Now, even for any handling skills, that this is going to get everything well properly closer to get. So this is going to be able to take a lot of speed to be able to get everything in. Now, every track has its own type of reverse course layout, but this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to take different challenges to be made. But it might be able to get everything a little bit closer if we have to be able to master the reverse course layout, because this is going to get pretty tough and pretty concentrated that this is going to be able to coming in. Now, looks like just going to be able to take one good course of a minute of a time, and then this is going to get everything will be able to be ready to join in session of the race, and then this is going to get everything will be prepared for. Just going to be able to take 4 laps around the track, that this is going to get everything will be ready to go. So this is going to be able to join in session of the race, that this will might be ready for anything. Alright, let's just going to be able to take one good better time until just going to be able to beat only 2 minutes and 2 seconds of the time, but this is going to might need to be able to take 2-second gap distance, but it's going to be very hard to perform it. So maybe this is going to have to take a lot of warm-up that we might need it to be ready for anything. Okay, just going to be able to get closer, and then just going to have to get everything a little bit tied up to be able to get split through on this one. But it's going to get very tougher because there's some fog mist just definitely roaming around on the track, but it's definitely part of the weather, because this is definitely might be getting a one good dynamic weather effect that this is going to be able to coming in. Okay, just going to going in, and then this is definitely might be giving one good running attempt. Okay, this should be good. Okay, very good. Now, still got a little bit more handling ways to go, but this is going to get very harder to be able to get everything one step at a time. Okay, there you go. This is going to be quite very well achievable on this one, but just going to be able to make it closer to get. Okay, 35 seconds left. Just going to be able to take one more lap, and then this won't hurt a bit, because this is definitely might be getting a little bit right on time for it. Just taking a lot of practice, and then this one might do it right. Okay, just gonna be able to get in, and then this is gonna be able to take a little bit closer in. Alright, that should probably do it, and then this is going to be able to take a 2 minute and 3 seconds at the time, so here we go. This is going to be very good to be able to join in session of the race. This one might be ready for anything. Now, this looks very perfectly that this is going to be able to get ready for this race. Now, even that this is going to be able to take a lot of handling skills that this one might have to get, so maybe this is going to be able to take a lot of good pressure on this race, but this is definitely might be pretty good and excellent, so we might be able to do a lot of more skills that this is going to be able to get ready for this race. But I kind of say that this is definitely might be well perfectly to be able to have any car brands to be able to get everything ready, all in order checked. So this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to get ready. So let's just gonna have to do a warm-up time, and then this is gonna get everything will be prepared. So good thing everybody could probably able to have a very good replay that this will be needed to be able to make sure for the recap that this is going to get everything will be prepared. So let's get ready for one good warm-up track on the reverse course, and then this is going to get everything will be prepared for it. So this is definitely might be different like the forward course. Alright, looks like everybody's here. This is definitely might be pretty good and excellent that this is going to be able to take a lot of skills. We might be ready for it. Okay, just take some time, and then this is going to be able to going in on that white curve to be able to go in. Alright, so maybe this is definitely might be getting a lot more skills to be able to get a well pressure on for. Well, this is going to be able to have all the terrain that this is going to be able to do it on the road of the track, that this is going to get everything will be ready to be able to make sure. Alright, just going to use that yellow mark that this is definitely might be coming in to see it. But it gets a little bit stronger, but we might be able to deal with the turns because this is all about the risk. Okay, good to see everyone is here once again for another race. And then this is going to be able to get ready. We might be able to take 2 minutes of extra amount of time that this is going to get everything a little bit challenging ways to get. Okay. Just going to have to do one good attempt at breaking point in, and then this is going to get everything well edged like no other. Alright. Looks like warm-up complete. This is going to get everything ready for qualifying time for only 10 minutes. So this is going to be able to do properly. We might get better. So even that this is going to be able to have to do one more ways to be able to have on it. So just going to be able to keep supporting it, because be sure to click the subscribe button if you really want to see some more videos, because this is definitely might need a lot of it to be able to get extra support to be able to help out for. Now let's begin for qualifying time, and then this is going to get everything will be ready to go. But this is going to get very challenging to be prepared for this one. So even keep a good eye check on the SR whenever there's any problems going on, because this is going to be very challenging that this is going to be able to take on the reverse course layout with a different condition, that this is definitely might be going on the little bit edge of a back. So just going to be able to keep it going, and then, well, it's going to get very tougher to be able to get. Okay, this should probably be able to do going in. Take that left side turn. This definitely might be able to go on the hillside, that this is going to get everything will be ready. Okay, going in, and then this is going to get everything a little bit quicker to get. Alright, always going to have to keep checking the brake points. This is going to get very tougher, that this is going to be able to get everything well cautioned to be able to avoid it. Now, looks like this is going to get very obvious to be able to take the running position on the approach, but this is going to get very stronger to be able to avoid the penalty that this is going to be able to come often to get. Alright, this is definitely might be pretty good. Now, this is going to get very excellent, that this is going to be able to stay on the turns on the inside, that this is going to be able to do properly, including the hairpin and the 90-degree angle on the right turn is going to get everything well prepared. So this is going to get everything a little bit tighter up. This is going to be able to get ready to get started for one regular qualifying time, and this is going to get everything a little bit more edge that this is going to be able to take. Okay, let's just going to get everything well packed, prepared. So let's just going to go and take that race up speed, that this is going to get everything we might get ready. Okay, this is going to get a little bit harder to be able to do this turn. It is definitely might have everything, we might stay steady on this one. Okay, keep it going, and then this is going to be able to take well pressure performance, that this is going to be able to stay on track. We might get everything in. Okay, stay on touch of the white line by the grass mark. Just going to be able to have to make sure this is going to be able to take a lot of well pressure. We might go in. Okay, that should do it. Now, this is going to get everything a little bit closer and better to be able to get. So, just going to be able to take a little bit more pressure time, that this is going to be able to take plenty more apex to be able to choose it from. But it's always going to be able to take well caution risk, that this is going to be able to go in. Alright, that should do it. Now, this is going to be able to take one good condition on the track by having a cloudy day weather condition is going to be able to going in. So, whenever there's anything else problem that might be able to take a lot of focus on the handling, so even like the small fog by the mist is definitely might be showing up on it. So, just going to be able to make sure that this is going to be able to going in, do proper ways to get. So, just going to be able to make sure, because this is going to get very harder to be able to get. So, looks like going to have to take that qualifying time, that this is going to be able to beat the time limit. We might go in as possible to be able to get. Okay, just going to keep a good close eye on which position am I at. And this is going to get very closer, that this we might need to do a lot of work as much as possible to be able to get, because this is definitely might be pretty tougher to be able to get everything will be ready to be made. Okay, going in, and then this is going to get everything a little bit lighter in, and then stay on track, that this is going to be able to take the risk. We might going in, take the hillside turn on the left. Okay, 9th place. Always going to have to take 2 minutes and 3 or 4 seconds at the time, and this is going to get everything will be ready. Okay, there you go. This is going to be it. Now, everything is going to get everything well concentrated, that this is going to be able to take a lot of pressure for it. But even so, that this is going to get everything worked up, work perfectly. Even that this is going to have to take a lot of steady concentration, that this is going to be able to get closer to get. Okay, almost. Just going to be able to make one good attempted inside turn is going to get everything a little bit cleaner to get. The faster it should be, but it also is possible to be able to change up the tires. So just going to be able to give any option choice will be made. Okay, looks like getting in to be able to take the 6-second time check, that this is going to be able to going in, and then if this is going to be able to reach up in 4 or 5 seconds, this is going to get everything a little bit possible to be able to get in for. Alright, looks like everybody's doing well properly to be able to get in. Now, looks like just going to have to get everything well focused, that this is going to might need to take a lot of distance, we might go faster. Alright, stay handling on that clean turn is going to get pretty simple to be able to get everything we might push through, to be able to get everything well handled and situated that this is going to be able to get the time for. Now, let's just going to be able to go forward. Just going to have to take another turn, and this is going to be able to going in. Alright, just going to be able to take one good 4th lap time, and then the 5th lap is going to be at overtime. Let's just going to be able to make sure this is going to be able to take well-performed practice, that this is going to be able to get ready for anything. But this is going to be very slippery on the edge, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit moderate amount that this is going to be able to have to take. Okay, looks like Devil Twitch TV shows up and then giving a little bit mistaken accidental passes, so I'll just have to ignore it, and then just going to keep continuing on to beat the lap time is definitely important. Okay, that should be good, and then TF number 1 pick is definitely might be going to be able to go faster, to be able to make the fastest driver in Chevrolet. And then this is going to get everything will be prepared properly we might have. Well, consider this that this is going to be able to take the qualifying time well done, so this might need to do a lot of work, that this is going to get everything will be ready to be able to make sure. So overlap time is definitely might be coming in. Now it's going to be able to get ready for a rolling start, so this is going to be able to take plenty much more skills to be made, but this is going to get everything a little bit loosened up according to the weather condition that this is going to be prepared for. Now let's just going to be able to keep focusing on, and then this is going to get everything well packed, to be very careful to be needed for. Okay, one more hillside left turn is definitely might be coming in. Now it looks like only down for 30 seconds left to go, so this is going to be able to take some time to be able to get ready for this race. Now this is going to get everything we might do properly, that this is going to be able to give the speed we might get everything in. Now I hope that this is going to be able to take that turn. It is going to get very riskier to get. The harder it will might be able to do lightly, to be able to keep a good eye check on the tires whenever there's any handling problems by getting a little bit depleted. Alright, looks like going in to take the final lap will proceed, and then this is going to be able to take one good lap recommended, that this is going to be able to give a choice. 4th or 5th lap, that this is definitely might needed to do it if possible, but maybe let's just going to be able to go for 4th lap of the race, so this is definitely might be getting a little bit even balance, that this is going to be able to do properly we can get. Now let's just going to go and press in onto the finish line, and well, maybe this is going to get everything a little bit handling situated, that this is going to have to do whenever we need to. Alright, looks like this is going to get everything will be ready to go, so this is going to be able to have to wait for a few minutes, so I bet that this is going to get very tougher on this race, that we just definitely might be able to get ready. So this is going to get everything well properly, we might be ready for anything, because looks like all of us is here, and now most of the other GT players are now definitely might be able to get everything will be ready to get started. So this is going to get very challenging, we might be able to be ready for anything. Stay strong, racers, and now this is going to be able to take some time to be able to get ready, because we're only just for a minute, and then this is going to be able to starting out on 14th place, but even that this is going to get very challenging ways, that this is going to have to take a lot of passes, that this will like get everything going. A lot of overtake passes that we need to get, because this is going to get closer to get, the harder it might be ready to be prepared for this moment. Okay, just gonna have to take 30 seconds. Just gonna be able to wait. Alright, qualifying's finished, and now results is now in checked and confirmed. So this is going to get everything will be ready to get started for this race. So this is going to be able to take 8 laps around the track. So be prepared for anything, folks, because this is going to get very challenging. We might be prepared. So let's have a good clean race and let's do the best we can, because that might have everything will be able to get started. So just gonna be able to make sure, because wow, looks like tires just went hurt, and then just gonna be able to check the point table that this might be able to be ready. Alright, racing hard tires is now definitely might be able to use for only one time, so if possible just gonna be able to go for a 4th lap onto the pit stop. So just going to be able to be sure, because this is going to be able to take the middle halfway mark, that this is going to get everything will be ready. Alright, so let's have a best of luck for this race. So here we go. Let's get ready to get started. Here we go, round 13 of the Manufacturer Series on GT Sport, racing on Autodrome Lago Maggiore in reverse. So let's go and get ready to get started. So here's first up is Lukewarm Water 06 for the Nissan GTR, followed by second place is Devil's Twitch TV with the Porsche 911 RSR. Third place is Doba Kid 710 with a BMW C4 GT3. Fourth place is Rob on Drums for the Volkswagen Beetle Group 3. Fifth place is TF #1 pick with the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. Sixth place is NH Amarok with the Ford GT LM Spec 2 test car. Seventh place is OG Molerman with the anime style with the McLaren F1 GTR. Eighth place is AA12 Man with a color chip color Porsche 911. Ninth place is Patch Oil 205 with the Mercedes AMG GT3. 10th place is Fonzie Lini with a Porsche 911 RSR. 11th place is Spider 999 driver with a BMW M6. 12th place is Lo Noma 420 with a Turismo GTR GT3. 13th place is C My Dust with a Chevy C7. 14th place is myself with a Chevy Corvette C7 UTRS racing variant. 15th place is Oil Pressure P7M5. 16th place is Milky the Fist with the Mazda Intensa. 17th place is M Patel 2306 from the McLaren F1. 18th place is Sean SRT4 for the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. 19th place is Speedy 316 cornering for the Ford GT. And 20th place is Scarface Killer 6 for the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. Now, this is going to get prepared for this rolling start that this is going to be able to do properly in order. So this is going to be able to take the cornering position that this is going to get ready. So be sure that the last turn is going to be able to get started on this race. So let's be ready and get started. So this is going to be one excellent challenging race on Autodrome Lago Maggiore on the race. And then this is going to get everything. We'll be prepared to take the challenge. We might get the risk seriously. And then this is going to get everything well pressured. We'll be able to keep up. Now, looks like this is definitely might be pretty bad start on the race. But looks like this is going to get very separate that this is going to be able to get in for. Looks like oil pressure P7M5 is now passing in, and then this is going to get everything. We'll be getting situated that this is going to be able to get ready to get started. Proper ways to be able to get in, and then proper struggles to be made, because this is going to get every risk that this is going to be able to take on for, but just going to be able to make sure, watch the tires quickly to be able to get while racing on the reverse course. But this is going to be very challenging to be able to get. So every racing moment will have its weakness, and then this is going to get everything. We might be able to have to find ways to be able to stay strong on this challenge, because this is going to be a very tough one, because this is going to get everything. We'll be prepared for the moment of all the racing to be able to stay clean on this race. But every time we might be able to have to stay focused, we might be able to stay maintained that this is going to get everything well properly suited for. Now, looks like starting out on 14th place now, I'm about to be able to get everything ready to go. So even that this is going to be able to take the recommend pit strategy, that this is going to be able to stay on track, that this is going to be able to go in. Now, looks like this is going to get everything well tough challenge that this is going to be able to do one catching up to do. Because this is going to get everything well handling up, and then just going to be able to keep it well going. Just keep a good eyes check on the tires, and now this is going to be able to do pressurely, that this is going to be able to take on for the last 8 laps around the track, that this is going to get everything well properly to be able to get in. See My Dust is definitely going in, and then looks like Aloma is now definitely might be caught up on the track, and then there it goes, and then that was definitely might be getting a little bit full contact that this is definitely might be coming in for. Now, looks like the decreased SR is definitely might be coming in for. Just take it nice and slow at the last turn to be able to proceed. Now, entering onto the second lap of the race, that this is going to get everything we'll be able to take precisely what we might get in for. And then this is going to get very intense, that this is definitely might be able to take the upper turn at the first corner. It is going to get very seriously, that this is going to be able to take the hill climb. We might get everything ready up and get running in for. Now, looks like this is going to get everything more quicker ways to be able to have to take it well properly to make it nice and steady. And then this is going to get everything worked up perfectly to be able to stay on track in the position. And then this is all about taking the struggles will be made. Now, looks like Spider 999 driver is now definitely might be closing in, until this is definitely might be able to take a little bit of time to be able to stay pressure, to be able to keep it on hold. And it looks like See My Dust is definitely might be able to catching on, and then this is going to be able to take the one fierce chase, that this is going to be able to going in. Now, looks like this is going to get very struggled to be able to get everything concluded, because this is going to get everything worked up to be able to get everything in. Now, even so, that struggles, choices will be made, but this is going to be able to do properly, that this is going to be able to take it nice and slow to be able to do quicker ways to be able to get through. But this is going to be a very tougher one, that this is going to be able to master any reverse course layout, including the Autodrome Lago Maggiore. Is going to get everything worked up, that this is going to get everything seriously to be able to take the challenge we might get in for. It looks like we just got one driver left this race, and then this is definitely down to 19. This is all about taking the competition. It's going to get everything worked up seriously to be able to keep it pressure off hold. And then this is going to get everything clearer, that this is going to be able to take a lot of risk. We might be able to take it slow, and then just going to be able to go all the way. Now, looks like just going to be able to take one struggle ways to be able to get in, and then going on into the dirt lap to be able to proceed. And then Devil Switch TV takes the lead, and now he is going to be able to keep going until he'll be able to take the podium win that this is going to be able to get. Now, luckily, that this is going to get very harder to get on this condition, that this is definitely might be getting one better chance to save it for a raining day, before this is definitely might be able to coming in to get. Now, looks like it's just going to be able to keep proceed forward, and then this is going to get everything a little bit tighter, that this is going to get everything well focused to be needed to be able to have everything to be cautioned to be able to do as well. Alright, gonna have to take that hillside left turn. It is gonna get slided in, and then this is gonna be able to take the struggle. Will might get in, and then it looks like oil pressure is now coming in to be able to catch up onto my current position, and this is gonna be it. Will he able to do it? So this is gonna be able to take the hard choices will be made, because this is gonna get very struggled that this is gonna be able to hold on for. But luckily that was so close that this is gonna be able to take one hard waste, that this is going to be able to get closer to be able to hold on for. Now, looks like going to be able to make one approaching in onto the 4th lap of the race, until this is going to be able to make one possible choices that this is going to be able to going into the pit stop. The decision is theirs, because this is going to might need to take a lot of spare tire change that this is going to be able to coming in to get. Now, let's just gonna be able to make sure, because this is definitely might be pretty struggle on the attempted on this race, because everything is gonna be able to take one tough challenge for only a weather event, that this is definitely might be able to take the rain masters will might be precisely will might get everything prepared. No wet conditions on the track. That means that it's all good for now, because this is definitely might be able to have fog that this is definitely might be able to get a lot of mist to be able to get in for. Okay, just gonna be able to going in, and then the 4th lap is gonna be the pit stop mark, so just gonna be able to be ready for it. So this is definitely might be able to have the choices will be made, folks. And looks like this is gonna get everything closer up, and then this is gonna get everything a little bit harder to be able to get in. Looks like oil pressure P7 M5 is definitely might be able to try to get in, but this is going to get very contested, that this is going to get everything a little bit longer to get. Okay, that should do it, and now just going to be able to going on the inside, and then that was a very slower attempted turn, and then oil pressure takes on in 13th place. Now, looks like that was definitely well pressured to be able to stay on it, because this is definitely might be getting in the struggle will be able to be made. Now, looks like this is going to be the battle of 13th place. It's going to be able to going in, and oh man, looks like that was almost had it, because that was definitely might be very close to me. Well, good thing I almost saved it, because that was so close to get spin out for it. Alright, looks like TF number 1 pick is now in 2nd place. He is definitely might be pretty good to be able to catch up onto Devil's Twitch TV, and then this is definitely might be going in to get there for it. Devil's Twitch is about to be able to going in to take the pit stop, wherever he's going to do it, or he'll be able to continue on. So, yep, maybe he did. He's going to have to take the pit stop only one time per use, because this is going to get everything well pressured, that this is going to get everything will be worked up on it. Now, this is going to get everything well checked, that this is going to might need it if possible. So maybe this is going to get everything will might be needed to be able to make sure. So they just really want to go for it, because they just definitely want to take the risk that this is going to be able to take a lot of pressure will might get in for. Alright, now continuing on in the 14th place, but looks like this is going to get everything a little bit possible, because the next lap is going to be able to take the pit stop required, because if anything really wants to do it, because this is going to get everything a little bit much possible by the risk that this is going to be able to take. Okay, just going to be able to take a little bit more time on the pressure on that throttle, but this is definitely might be able to save it for only at least 50% amount of fuel, that this is going to be able to get closer in to do it. But they are trying to do their best, and then it looks like C-Dust just definitely might be having a little bit mistaken attempted, and then he recovered it. Now, looks like going in to be able to regain his best moment, so this is going to be able to take a little bit more time to be able to keep up on the pressure, to be able to make some time to be able to get in. Drums is now in 1st place in the lead. Well, looks like if anybody can probably able to have to catch up to the main opponents, because this is definitely might be getting well choices to be made for it. because this is going to get everything much possible to be able to get it. And then this is going to get stronger, that this is going to be able to get in, to be able to take many times of the pressure is going to be able to take for a hold to be able to get in. Okay, getting a little bit loosened up on it, because just going to be able to use it very wisely to be able to get in. And then there's the yellow flag called in. Looks like this is definitely might be taking a little bit of investigation, that this is going to be able to check it in, by the way. Oh man, looks like this is definitely might be pretty good to see it, and then looks like trying to get a hold of it, because try not to do any reckless, that this is definitely not the type for it. Alright, looks like this is definitely might be giving a call for it, so this is definitely might be able to going into the pits, because this is gonna might need to do a lot of tire that this is gonna might need to get. So no need to refuel. This is all about taking a little bit more time, that this is gonna be able to get ready. Alright, looks like all the crews is now definitely might be able to have tire change checked, and then this is definitely might be the best to be able to get back on the run. But this is definitely might be pretty well pressured to be able to master the upper hill section of the first turn. It's going to be very contestedly that this is going to be able to get in. Unfortunately, that this is going to have to take a while to be able to deal with the problems of the handling turns. It's going to get everything a little bit riskier, but sometimes it is going to get very difficult to be able to get everything well achieved. Now, looks like good as new for the new fresh tires, and now this is definitely might be getting everything in for. So just going to continuing on to catch up to see my dust is definitely might be going up ahead. Only 2.3 seconds gap, and now 2.7 is definitely might be going on the way, because this is going to get everything well pressure up, and then this is going to be able to keep going to be able to take a lot of struggles we might do the chances. Now, looks like things are about to get pretty Group 3 tactic, that this is going to get everything a little bit uphold, that this is going to be able to stay on the struggle, that this is going to be able to take. Because taking a lot of strong oversteer cars, that this is going to get everything well pressure up to be able to get in. Now, let's just going to be able to keep going, and then if possible to be able to take a little bit more time to be able to going in to take the pit stop. So this is definitely might be able to get everything well properly. We might get in by the edge. Okay, looks like just going to be able to keep a good eye check on that turn. So this is going to get very roughly on this one, because this is definitely might be getting closer to be able to get. Alright, looks like Warm Water 06 is now in the pits to be able to change up the tires. So this is definitely might need to be able to have best recommend choice to be able to going in without refuel. Okay, looks like he's coming out on the pits, and now he's continuing on the run to be able to keep continuing on to be able to get in. So looks like this is going to be able to take one more lap of the race, and then looks like there's Devil Switch TV back in the lead. Now this is definitely might be very excellent to be able to keep it going for us. So it looks like Rob on drums and Kid 710 is definitely might be able to keep going, because this is going to be able to take the strong struggle we might be able to get through. But this is going to be able to take a lot of possibilities to be able to get everything to be made. Looks like two other drivers left the race, and now this is definitely might be pretty closer to get, because this is going to get everything a little bit intense to be able to get in for. But this is definitely might be able to get seriously, that this is definitely might need to be able to take a lot of rush, that this one might coming in. It's very separate, and it's very hard to be able to get for any drivers who just really wants to be able to be on the top position, that this is going to be able to coming in to get. Now, looks like this is going to get everything well technique performed, so this is going to be able to take only few gap distance left to go, because this is going to be able to get proceeding in onto the final lap of the race, and this is going to get everything well be prepared to be able to get ready. Now, looks like here we go, final lap of the race, and now this is going to be Devil Switch TV's podium win, And now this is going to get everything. We'll be ready to make sure, because this is going to have to do a lot of work. We might get extra perfectly. We might be prepared. So they tried their best, because this is definitely might be able to take the tough challenge in reverse course layout. But it is going to be pretty hard to get. So, well, sometimes it's easy on the forward and it gets harder on the reverse track layout. It's going to get everything wheel might coming in. So here we go. Let's just do it. And now this is going to be able to take the best runs to be able to get in for, because this is going to have to take well pressure. We might be able to keep up on it. Now this is going to get everything well excellent that this is going to be able to take on for. Now looks like Kid 710 is in second place, and now he is going to be able to take a lot more time on the pressure, and this is going to get everything what we are about to be able to be ready for. So this is going to get everything a little bit now or never. Okay, just going to have to take one more hillside turn. Is going to be able to do quickly ways to get. Now this is going to get very tougher to be able to catch up on it, and then it looks like See My Dust is about to be able to overtake onto Empatel. 2306 is now going to be able to be on his 13th position. Is going to be able to get closer. So just going to be able to take some time to be able to find a window spot that this is going to be able to make the opening moment we might be able to get prepared for. Okay, just going to take a little bit of time, and then it looks like almost there for Devil's Twitch TV to be able to make one good final stretch, and then he is finally done. He finally made it to the podium on the checker flag on the race, and then he has finally claimed first place on the win. Now this is definitely might be pretty excellent that this is going to be able to take a lot of good race that this is going to be able to coming in. Now looks like this is definitely might be pretty good to be able to take one best moment of this Group 3 race. So we did the best we can on the reverse course layout, but it is going to be pretty hard to be able to get ready to do better for the next round. So this is going to be able to take one last call to be able to proceed in onto the finish line. Now this is definitely might be pretty excellent that this is definitely might be doing a lot of better work to be able to keep it up on it. So looks like that was a very good round of this race, and then this is definitely might be doing a lot better to be able to keep trying to be able to master the reverse course layout. So it's confirmed, and then this is definitely might be pretty good for the main outcome of the race that this is going to be able to coming in. Well, definitely it is pretty hard to be able to keep it going, so it may be able to do better if we might be able to keep up on this race. So this will might consider to be able to have a 15th place finish, so it's going to have to do a lot harder next time to be able to keep it up. Alright, looks like this is going to be pretty good to be able to take some earnings, and then this is definitely might be doing good, so this will might be able to congratulations to Devil's Twitch TV for his win, and now he just definitely might be pretty good successful to be achievable for. Now that was a very good excellent race, and this is definitely might be well achievable to be able to get well deserved to be able to have everything in for. Now even for the reverse course layout is very challenging on this race, because this is definitely might be getting a good check on it. So well, giving a one check on the lap chart that this is definitely might be able to coming in to see it. So that was a lot of stats that this is definitely might be coming in for, because this is definitely might be pretty excellent. So that was a very good race. So this is definitely might be very excellent to be able to keep up, to be able to stay strong, to be able to master on any reverse course layout of the track, because this is going to be able to get everything well appreciated for, because it is a very tough race to be able to keep it up on it. So that was a very tough race going on in the reverse course layout of Autodrome Lago Maggiore, but it is definitely might be pretty good for the top ranked position players that might be pretty good enough to take the track on the reverse layout. But even we tried to be able to keep up, to be able to do the best we can, but different conditions could possibly to be able to take it, to be able to learn to overcome it, because this is definitely might be the very tough challenge for us. That it's all about the terrain turns is going to be very tougher or easier to be able to get. So let's just going to be able to do the best we can, because we might be able to do better to be able to keep going for the next race. So this is going to be able to take any much possible choices to be able to have reverse course layouts with different corners to be made, because just like the forward course that we did easier, and the reverse is definitely might be very tougher to be able to get. So let's just going to be able to learn all the differences of the layout courses, because this is definitely might be pretty tougher to get. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification upload, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.